For my trip to Japan, I'm thinking of going in early November as my current term is slated to end in October, and that's when my birthday will be. And what better way of celebrating my final year in my 20s than by going to a foreign country I've wanted to visit for over half my life thus far? I'll probably stay on the island of Honshu since it contains where I wish to visit. I'll be spending most of my trip in Tokyo, though I intend to spend a day in other cities as well. I'm making this video in the hopes of getting suggestions for activities or events outside of Tokyo. I'll be spending a day in Osaka primarily for Universal Studios Japan. I don't see myself visiting Tokyo Disneyland since I plan to visit Disney Sea and I'll probably be Disneyed out after. Sure, it is a theme park, but it's a different theme. I probably want to check out that Donkey Kong minecart ride the most in the Super Nintendo World section of the park. Other than that, I've thought about going on the Don Quixote Ferris wheel, or perhaps the Red Horse Osaka wheel, the tallest in Japan. I found an event where English speakers can mingle over drinks and games, but I can't imagine that being unique to Osaka. I was able to find geisha in Tokyo, but I think anyone who's serious will have that experience in Kyoto. I'll have the occasion all to myself, though I think I may opt not to have a tea ceremony as I'm not a beverage person. On TripAdvisor, all I'm finding in terms of activities are katana lessons and kimono rentals, neither of which interest me much. I also wouldn't care to see monuments or landmarks. Perhaps I could dine at a nice restaurant to maximize my time in Kyoto, though if I were to book a dining event with a geisha, there wouldn't be much reason to do that. There's a theme park in Nikko called Edo Wonderland, which, as you can guess, is based around the Edo period, lasting from 1603 to 1868. I imagine it being like a Renaissance fair in that it'll be a recreation of a past era in human history. Since it is a theme park, I imagine I could get quite a lot of time out of Edo Wonderland alone. Despite what I said, recommendations don't have to be limited to these three cities, as I'd also be on board for suggestions in Tokyo, especially since that's where I'll be spending most of my time. What's important to me is that I don't spend little time in these cities and decide to return to Tokyo, as that would be a waste of a visit. And these cities are hours away from Japan's capital.